Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. Give me just a second, let people kind of find their way in, and then we'll start. All right. All right, excellent. Oh, let me fix that really quick. Oh, you're right. Wow. The leaves are really pretty, though. And hello, good morning. All right, why won't this focus on something else? There. This plant behind me is really quite out of control. Okay. All right. So if you just joined us, we're just trying to focus the camera a little bit before I get going here. Oh, there. That's so much better. Perfect. Thank you, Annie. And hello. All right. So we won't take too long this morning, just getting ourselves started. So today's going to be gentle yoga, which is some of my favorite ways to wake up. Is gentle yoga. So gentle yoga, what it does is it just allows you to open up, right? It just allows you to feel that softness, to feel those moments, to stay very, very present and feel that peace and that calm. Where when we do a more strenuous type of yoga, we are really working on focus, right? We're working on being able to stay calm while we're kind of going full speed. Well, gentle yoga gives you the opposite effect. It's kind of just that way to open up and just connect easily with yourself, which is always very important. Let's get gentle. It's a very aggressive comment about getting gentle. I like it. All right. So this morning we are just going to start how we always start, right? In a comfortable seated position, whatever that means to you. Right? It could be one leg out. It could be both legs out if you'd like, whatever you want to do this morning. I do want to let you know that I have some props behind me. Gentle yoga is a really nice time to have a prop. Blocks are so good, straps are so good. If you don't have a strap, even getting just like a long towel or anything of that nature, you can do a lot with just one towel. All right. So throughout the class, I will go ahead and bring out these props as needed. All right. So let's just go ahead and start with just our breath. Let's just close our eyes for a minute and just focus in on our morning, ourself. Sun is shining. My plants are growing. That's it. It's a great morning, guys. It's going to be a great morning in Waterville Valley today. All right, let's take a nice deep breath and we're just going to inhale our chin right to our chest. And then we're going to exhale and just let everything go. Good. And maybe we just like create some movement, small movement, right? And just feel what's going on in our neck today. Right, the reason I say just want to go ahead and make small movements, right, is because the neck is not actually on a pivot joint, right? It more works just like this with a little bit of movement. So the neck rolls are nice, but we just want to really, really take care of what we're doing here. Good. And let's come center. So for our attention today, right, it's the same intention as always, is trying to learn the concept of observation without judgment, right? It's not an easy one, and it's sometimes one that we fall in and out of and in and out of. And gentle yoga this morning, we'll just keep that in mind, learning to observe without judgment. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale those arms all the way up for 2, 3, 4. Good. Exhale, heart center, 2, 3, 4. Good. Inhale them back up. Good. And exhale back down. And another inhale up. And exhale down. Good. We're going to inhale up. And we're just going to exhale. We're just going to go ahead and twist over to the right. So we're going to bring that left hand over to the right. Good. Keeping our posture nice and straight. Breathing nice and deep. Good. Let's go ahead. Inhale those arms back up. And exhale over to the other side. Inhale back up and exhale back to heart center. Good. Let's connect with our breathing, right? So we do one hand on our abdomen, one hand on our heart. Before we start that deep belly breathing, let's just go ahead and check in with how we're breathing now. So just close your eyes, place your hands on yourself, and take just a few minutes connecting with your own breath. Maybe it feels a little shallow today. Maybe it feels deep and really good. Good. All right, let's start some 2-part breathing. So we're inhaling through the abdomen, blowing it up just like a balloon, taking even more air up through our heart. We feel our chest rise. And then we exhale that all out down the back of the throat for 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let's do a few more of those. Inhaling through the abdomen for 2, 3. Up through the heart for 2. Good. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. One more. Inhaling through the abdomen for 2, 3, 4. Up through the heart for 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly. 2, 3, 4. Good. All right, let's go ahead and just make some circles with our hands over our knees. Reversing it every now and again. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring those arms up. We're going to create just a little bit of heat in our shoulders. We're going to go ahead and bring that right arm down. Left arm comes over. We're going to get kind of quick with these. We're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And remember, trying to bring yourself back up with your core, not relying so much on your arms. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. A couple more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And come right back down, heart center. Good. So let's just do a couple shoulder stretches. We're going to inhale the arms up, right? And then in the exhale, we're going to bring just this left arm behind our back and then reach that palm up the back of your spine. Good. Let me show you what that kind of looks like. Right? And then on the next breath, we'll go ahead and bring this right arm down, right? And we'll try to catch those arms. If your arms don't touch, that's okay. Don't force them to touch, right? This is gentle yoga. We're not yanking on anything. This is another great place to have a towel, right? So you can have a towel in one hand and a towel in the other hand, or a strap. Right? And then you can kind of take your fingers and run them up the strap to meet, or wherever is most comfortable too. Remember, your heart is nice and open in this position, finding that nice, calm, steady breath. Maybe your eyes are closed. Okay, pulling those shoulders back. No stress in your neck. For just a few minutes. Good. All right, so we're going to reverse that, right? We're going to let go. We're going to inhale the arms up. Good. And now this right arm is going to come down and up, and the left arm will come down to meet it. So on this side, right, because our sides are not always the same, and my fingers don't touch. They don't even come close to touching. And that's absolutely okay, right? Taking this nice, long, deep breaths, pressing those shoulders back, making sure there's no tension in the neck, right? It might even feel good to just bow or hang right here. Good. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go take just a few more breaths in that posture. Nice job, guys. All right, so let's bring those arms up. Now we're going to eagle the arms. So we're going to take the right arm. We're going to bring it under the left arm. We're going to round the shoulders. We're going to push those arms away. Right, again, if you want to hook at the thumbs, that's okay. If you want to press the palms in, that's okay too. And we're just going to press those arms right away. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale and reverse that. So now the left is coming underneath the right. And we're again pressing those arms away. Round those spines, really create some space here. This should feel really good in the shoulders. Let's go ahead and let all of that go. And we're just going to come into another gentle twist. So we're inhaling the arms up and we're exhaling over to the right. Standing up nice and tall. Good. Let's go ahead, inhale it up and exhale. Brings it to the other side. Good. And let's come back right where we are. So from here, we're going to come into a tabletop position. So we can roll over our knees or come into it just however we'd like. Right, I like rolling over my knees just because it makes it nice and a smooth transition, but that might not work for everybody. So from here, we're just going to come into a few cat and cows. So we'll go ahead, curl those tongues under, bring the belly button to your mat, and inhale, press your heart through your hands, and flatten the toes. Exhale, bring that belly button all the way to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And drop your head. Good. We're going to take these nice and slow, guys. Ready? So we're inhaling. And we're exhaling. Inhaling. Nice. Flatten the toes and exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Right? We're only thinking about these small movements we're doing. Right? Really becoming aware of what's going on in our bodies. How do your shoulders feel when you press them out away? How does that tailbone feel as you arch the back to pull your heart through? Present, right? And if our mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just catch it when you're ready. Good. All right, so from here, we're going to do some threading the needle. So we'll take this left hand, we'll place it to the center. And we'll inhale the right arm up, and we'll exhale, we're going to thread this right through. Right, you want your head to be in a comfortable position. We can take the arm up and bring it around our back if you'd like. Staying in that nice, solid, even breath. Let's inhale those arms up. And exhale, we go ahead and unravel. Good. And on our next breath, we'll replace the hands on the mat. Raising the left arm up. And exhale. Bring that through as well. Good. Nice and comfy here on your mat. Choosing where your arm placement is this morning. Good. And just breathing into your body. Really listening to that breath, connecting with that breath. It almost should sound like a wave, right? Like being on the beach. And your next breath, we're going to go ahead and unravel out of all of that. Excellent job. So from here, we're going to take a child's pose. You can choose, right? Maybe it's just bringing those glutes towards the heels. Maybe it's bringing those knees open as we press our hips in just a little bit more. Walking out. And pressing the head to the mat in child's pose. Again, we're breathing into our breath. We can hear the sound when we breathe and we exhale. We can almost hear how loud it is through the back of our throat. It's controlled and slow. Good. All right, let's walk our hands up. If your knees are apart, we're just going to work to bring those in. Good. We're going to lower ourselves down into a Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is really quite nice. It's a really nice, gentle back bend. And that's exactly what you think it looks like, right? It looks just like the Sphinx. So your body is in contact with the mat, right? Your elbows are at this nice 90-degree angle, right? We're not sunk in here. We're nice and up, and our chin is nice and level. And we're just breathing here. And maybe you're closing your eyes, but maybe you're also just focusing in on one spot. Again, working on that calm breath. We call it the Ujjayi breath, right? So it's just inhaling through the nose nice and deeply, as long as you can. You're exhaling it right down the back of your throat, sending that breath right into your belly. Good. So from here, we're going to go ahead and just bring our hands right down on the mat, and the elbows are apart. We're going to set our head either to the left or the right, it really doesn't matter. And all we're going to do is windshield wiper our legs back and forth. Right? If they don't come all the way to the ground, that's okay. Good. I don't come to the ground because I've locked myself in. Good. And let's let that go. We're going to come right back up into that Sphinx pose. So we're making those 90-degree angles. And again, we're pressing our palm into the mat just like we would in a down dog, right? We're using the finger mounds, these little mounds here. That's what we're pressing into the mat with. So it's a very, very active pose. Good. And we're breathing. Press the heart out through those shoulders. Good job. All right, so whenever you're ready, we're going to come back down to the mat, and we're going to put our head in the opposite direction that you had set it last. And we're just going to, again, windshield wiper our legs back and forth. All right, good job. So from here, we're just gonna go ahead and press underneath to come back. Oh, to child's pose. Nice job. All right, so let's come to just sitting on our heels. Good. So from here, we're just gonna go ahead and come right up on our knees. Good. And this is another great place for a block, right? You can have the block right back behind you. And you can just reach for the blocks and press the spine out, press the belly out. Good. Or you can just take your hands, right, placing them on your lower back and press it out. Nice job, guys. All right, so we're gonna come back down. We're gonna swing those feet out from in front of us. Right, I'm just gonna turn sideways again on my mat. Good. And for right now, all we're gonna do is press the glutes on the mat. We're gonna go ahead and bring our hands behind our knees, and we're just gonna do another cat and cow type thing, right? So we're just gonna roll back, really go ahead, sink right into that. Good. Okay, take a deep breath. And the exhale will bring us up. Good, let's work through a few of those. Good. So we're gonna inhale. And we're gonna exhale. We're gonna inhale. And we're gonna exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And come back to central. So from here, we're just going to place our hands on the mat and we're just going to go ahead and bring those knees from one to the other. Right? And you can pause, have a nice little pause right where it might feel a little juicy. Good. And you can get faster with the motion too if that feels really good. Good. All right. So from here, we're going to focus a little bit more just on stretching the legs. So we'll start with a butterfly position, pressing the heels together. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. And on the exhale, we're going to fold forward. We want to lead with our heart, right? We don't want our shoulders sinking in. Good. And maybe we're deciding to take our thumbs and pressing them onto the mounts and opening up our feet, kind of like a book as we come on over. If you're going to let your head go, that's awesome. But make sure you don't let your shoulders go at the same time. Shoulders are back and hearts are forward. Hearts are always leading. You're checking in with that Ujjayi breath. Good job, everyone. All right, so roll it up. Okay. We're going to press that right leg forward. We're just going to come from a seated forwards, a seated stretch. So we're either going to place our foot at our calf or in our thigh, but not at our knee, wherever is comfortable. This should be a position that you could hang out in for quite a while. And then you're just gonna inhale, you're gonna exhale, you're gonna come over again with your heart leading. Think about if there was a bungee cord from your heart to your knee, right? Taking it nice and slow, right? Lots of movement here. Every exhale is just another invitation for you to relax your thigh muscle, relax your calf, relax your breath. Come over nice and slow. Every breath, just another invitation to go deeper. Awesome job. Roll it up. Good. And we're going to trade legs. So let's extend the left leg and we'll bring the right leg in. Good. And we'll come over in our nice deep Ujjayi breath, taking it in little bites. So we'll inhale and then we'll exhale. We'll inhale here and then we'll exhale. And as we're folding deeper into this stretch, maybe we decide we want to use a strap or a towel and see how that feels. All right, so you can kind of take this strap and place it over the ball of your foot. And maybe every exhale is an invitation to just pull yourself with your heart leading back to yourself, back to your true nature. And in yoga, the true nature is, you guessed it, the observer without judgment. To observe without judgment. Exhale, breathe it over, feel your breath. Where are you holding tension? Invite yourself to let that go now. Right? And even in this one stretch, I go through these periods of where I'm holding tension and then I realize I'm holding tension and then I'm letting it go. That's kind of what life is about, right? I think that we're letting go, but sometimes we're still holding that tension. So we really have to check back in with ourselves. Right? I definitely know I have periods in time where I'm creating more than I need to be creating. Then we work to let it go. Good. Let's go ahead and roll that up. All right, so from here, we're gonna just do kind of the twist, right? It's a little different, and sometimes it's nice to have a strap. So this time, let's go ahead and extend that left leg out. We're gonna bend the right knee. What I want you to do is make two fists, and then put your two fists in between your foot and your leg, right? That should be the distance. Now your leg can be down by your ankle, all the way up by your tush, whatever you feel like. I usually like mine right around my knee for this one. All right, so this is a little complicated, but it's a really good stretch. And we'll just do what we can. So I'm gonna start off using the strap. What I'm gonna do first, right, I'm gonna go ahead and plant that left hand on the mat, and then I'm gonna kind of bend a little forward and kind of reach a little forward with this right arm. Then I'm gonna kind of dip my shoulder in and twist my hand. So you see my palm is coming up now, right? So it's twisting around. My elbow's now coming up this way, and now I am wrapping that right around my knee. So now I'm gonna take this arm, and that's where I'm gonna grab the belt, right? If you can safely lock your hands together, that's great, but that's a lot of mobility right there. And this is gentle yoga, and we're not trying to force anything. We're not super warm, so don't get too crazy here. Go to where you feel the stretch, but not anything sharp. So with this, all we're gonna do is kind of twist our bodies forward, right? So I'm almost using the leverage of pressing on that right leg to pull myself forward. And that should feel really, really good in your lower back, especially on your right side. It's okay if that knee kind of falls away. That's okay. Remember, anything sharp, then we stop. All right, we can start coming out of that. And we're just going to do that right on the other side, right? So 2 fists. We check our distance here. Good. And it could be a little bit further away. We just don't want it any closer, right? And again, things feel different on each side of your body. And that's okay too. Maybe we're using the strap, but we're going to go ahead and for right now, place our right hand on the mat and push ourselves forward. Good. Then we're going to start dipping that shoulder under, right, and wrapping around. Let me show you what it looks like from this side. Wrapping around. And if you can grab your hand safely, awesome. If you just need that belt, that's awesome too. And we're just going to go ahead and use that bicep to press it up against the shin to kind of push ourselves forward and get that really nice stretch on our lower back on the other side. Right? And we're also getting a hamstring stretch on our right side as well. Remember, we're staying in that deep Ujjayi breath. Good job. We can bring that all back up. All right. So from here, right, we're on our mat, and we're going to go into fish pose. So we did a little bit of fish yesterday, but we're going to do it with a prop and see how that feels for us. So I'm going to use a block. If you don't have a block, that's okay. A rolled up towel, that'll do really well as well. And all we're going to do from here is we're going to place the block right at about our lower back, right where we can feel that tailbone start. And then when we lay down, we can definitely move it around and see what feels good. You might end up with it right in between your shoulder blades. That's fine, right? So I'm going to start with it right about here. And then I'm going to move it down as I come up and over. We can place our feet on the mat to kind of assist us with this. And we're just going to lay over the block. Now this should feel really good. There should not be any effort happening here. So, and there's nothing that's going to hurt you. So it's just about finding where you want to rest your arch. This feels really good as well. And then maybe you're trying with it in your upper back, right? This is really nice for opening the shoulders. I think my body really likes this one the best today. So I'm going to stay here with it, right? And then I'm going to press the feet together and open the knees. And I'm going to breathe. Just scanning through your body again. And where am I creating tension? Sometimes we don't even know about what we're creating, right? So we have to be mindful, we have to be present, and just scan through, where am I creating this tension? Holding it in my lower back. I'm going to take a breath, and then I'm going to try to let that tension go. Good. And then when you're ready, in your own time, we're going to start to gently make our way out of that, right? So that was basically an assisted fish pose. So from here, we are just going to roll all the way back and bring our knees right into our chest, and then we're just going to roll side to side. Good. So from here, we're just going to come into some more gentle twists. We're going to bring our arms to a T. We'll bring our legs to one side, and we'll let our head fall over to the other side. Maybe you want something a little bit deeper. You can do that. You can essentially eagle the legs, right? So you'll bring the right underneath the left and press that knee down and look to the other side and breathe. It's also okay to gently take that left hand and press those legs down as well. Good. When you're ready, nice and slow, your legs are eagled. We're going to uneagle them. We're going to slowly bring them across the body and reverse that position. All right, let's bring that all back around. And we're gonna come into one happy baby before we go ahead and rest in Shavasana. All right, so happy baby, we're grabbing the insides of our feet. You can grab your toes, that's fine. Maybe wrapping around the big toe. But the purpose of happy baby is to press your knees into the floor, right? So this isn't really helping us if we're just our knees are kind of into our body. We want them away from our body and kind of pressing them down to the knee, to the floor. So we can go ahead and rock, a little gentle rock if you'd like. Right, we stretched out a lot on the back. This should feel kind of like a nice massage on your back while still opening up your hips a little bit. Excellent job, you guys. All right, so from here, we're going to come into cobbler's pose. We're going to press those heels together, wrap your hands around your feet, press your feet into your body again. Good. And then we're going to let our feet in that diamond shape come down to the mat. And then we'll bring our hands back to our abdomen. And we'll just observe and notice our breathing for just a little bit. All right, from here, we're going to start to settle down into Shavasana. So know that all these movements can be done in your own time. There's no rush to get anywhere right now. But whenever you're ready, you'll go ahead and straighten just one leg. And if you're ready, you'll go ahead and straighten the next. Good. You'll find a comfortable space for your hands. You'll close your eyes and you'll start to relax your face. You'll press the tongue into the roof of the mouth. You'll relax your shoulders into the mat. You feel warm. And you feel like you're essentially melting into your mat. You feel your hair relax, your face relax. Your breath may be just a little bit more shallow at the moment. Right? The breath is just whatever's comfortable, whatever's coming to you. And maybe this is a time for you to notice your breath. Just observe what it's doing for you at the moment. You'll feel your hips relax, your abdomen relaxes. Your feet feel warm, maybe even tingly. As your body just melts away into your mat. And you are now ready to rest in corpse pose, completely peaceful, completely at one, surrendering to the truth that you are a small part of something bigger. And you surrender yourself to it. All right, guys, when you're ready, again in your own time, you can start to come back to the world, come back to my voice. Maybe there are just small gestures, small movements at first. Maybe it's a big reach up over your body and you stretch to be the longest you can possibly be. Taking in a few deep breaths. And in your own time, when you're ready, you'll roll to your left side to the fetus position. Taking a few moments there. Right, so rebirth. Allow yourself to be reborn into your new light and your new truth. And in your own time, you'll come back to a seated position with your hands at heart center. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. May we walk through our day with peace in our mind, peace in our speech, and peace in our hearts. And may we have the emotional intelligence and grace to forgive each other and ourselves when we can't walk through peace. Thank you guys for coming to Gentle Yoga this morning. I think this is the best way to start your day every day. I'll be back tomorrow at 8:30. Thank you so much.